I didn't mean for my lunch to start a rumor. I definitely didn't mean for it to end up on my boss's desk. And I absolutely didn't expect her to say the one sentence that made the entire office go quiet. I wish I had a husband who could cook like this. That's when I realized. This wasn't about food anymore. My name is Daniel Ross. I'm 31. And until that Tuesday, the most exciting thing about my job was leaving it at 5:30 p.m. I work as a systems coordinator at a mid-sized corporate firm. Not flashy. Not miserable. Just predictable. I bring my own lunch every day. Not because I'm trying to be healthy. Because cooking is the one thing I do really well. It started as necessity, tight budget, long hours. Then it became habit. Then pride. Homemade meals. Clean containers. Nothing fancy, just done with care. Most people barely noticed. Except Emily. Emily sat 2 desks over. Friendly. Curious. Always commenting. "That smells amazing," she'd say. Or, "Did you really make that yourself?" I'd shrug. "Yeah. It's cheaper than takeout." She didn't shrug back. She watched. That day, I stepped away to take a call right before lunch. When I came back, my lunchbox was gone. I frowned. Checked under my desk. Gone. Then I heard laughter. Soft. Nervous. From the direction of the executive offices. My stomach tightened. I followed the sound. And stopped cold. Emily stood in front of Claire Whitfield's desk. Our boss. Senior director. Married. Untouchable. My lunchbox sat open between them. Claire held her fork mid-air, eyes bright with genuine surprise. "This is incredible," she said. "Did you order this?" Emily smiled too quickly. "No," she said. "Daniel made it." Claire looked up. Straight at me. "You made this?" she asked. Every head in the room turned. "Yes," I said. Was that my lunch?" She didn't answer right away. Instead, she smiled. Not polite. Not corporate. Real. "I wish I had a husband who could cook like this," she said. The room went silent. Emily's smile froze. Someone coughed. Someone else laughed awkwardly. And Claire? She didn't look away. She was still looking at me. That's when I understood something important. What she tasted wasn't just food. It was attention. And once people notice that, they start wanting more. The silence after her comment lasted maybe 3 seconds. It felt like 30. Someone laughed, too loud, too forced. A manager muttered something about meetings. Chairs scraped. Keyboards came back to life. But the air had changed. Claire finally set the fork down and closed the lunchbox. "Daniel," she said, still smiling, "thank you for sharing." Sharing. I nodded, unsure whether to apologize, laugh, or disappear. Emily avoided my eyes as she walked back to her desk. That was the first sign something was wrong. The second sign came an hour later. An email. From Claire. Subject, quick chat. Time, 2:30 p.m. No explanation. No agenda. Just a time. My pulse picked up immediately. At 2:28, I stood outside her office. Glass walls. Closed door. The faint hum of authority. I knocked. "Come in," she said. She was seated behind her desk, posture perfect, expression unreadable. "Please sit," she said. I did. "I owe you an apology," she began. "For lunch?" I asked. "For Emily," she corrected. "She shouldn't have taken your things." I nodded. "It's fine." She tilted her head slightly. No, she said. It isn't. That surprised me. I asked her to bring it, Claire continued. I noticed it yesterday. The care. The detail. My chest tightened. You should have asked me, I said carefully. I know, she replied. That was my mistake. Silence again. Then she surprised me. Why do you cook like that? She asked. I blinked. Like what? Like someone else matters, she said. The question landed heavier than it should have. It helps me unwind, I replied. It's how I show up for myself. Her eyes softened. That's rare, she said. Especially here. She leaned back slightly. I shouldn't have said what I said, she added. About my husband. I nodded. People noticed. Yes, she agreed. And I wanted to clarify. She paused. My marriage is complicated, she said. But I respect boundaries. I exhaled slowly. I'm glad, I said. She studied me again. That said, she continued, I would like to make this right. How? I asked. By inviting you to lunch, she said. Public. Neutral. No rumors. My heart skipped. As colleagues, she added quickly. I nodded again. That's fine, I said. She smiled, professional, controlled. But as I stood to leave, she added one more thing. And Daniel? Yes? Don't stop cooking. Her eyes held mine for a fraction longer than necessary. Because something small had happened. And small things, when noticed by the wrong person, have a way of becoming much bigger. I walked back to my desk knowing one thing for sure. That lunchbox wasn't just a container anymore. It was a conversation. And conversations, once started, rarely end where you exp. I told myself the lunch invitation meant nothing. Just damage control. Just professionalism. Just a senior director making sure a harmless comment didn't spiral into HR paperwork. That's what reasonable people believe. But reasonable people don't replay a single sentence all night long. Don't stop cooking. The next morning, the office felt different. Not louder. Not quieter. Sharper. People smiled a little too quickly when I passed. Emily didn't smile at all. She avoided me completely, head down, fingers flying across her keyboard like she was trying to outrun something. By noon, the rumors had already evolved. Not about Claire. About me. The guy who cooked. The guy the boss noticed. The guy whose lunch ended up in the executive wing. I hated that part. At 12:55, Claire walked by my desk. Ready? She asked. Just that. No title. No last name. Every head lifted. Yes, I said, standing. We walked together to a nearby cafe, nothing fancy, deliberately boring. Glass windows. Neutral menu. Too public for secrets. She chose a corner table. Thank you for coming, she said. You invited me, I replied. A faint smile. She ordered soup. I ordered nothing. I wasn't hungry. This isn't disciplinary, she said immediately. And it's not personal. I nodded. Okay. But, she continued, it is intentional. That word again. Intentional. I wanted to understand something, she said. And lunch felt safe. I waited. You don't perform, she said. You don't posture. You just do things well. Quietly. I shrugged. I just cook. No, she said. You care. That landed deeper than I expected. She stirred her soup slowly. My husband stopped doing that years ago, she added. Caring. About details. About presence.